Alright, here is a quick video review for Iron Factory's KAGE SHISHIMARU. It is a repaint of their Lyo convoy that they did, and part of their Iron Samurai line. I'm trying to find out exactly. I have the box here to tell you what number he is. And oh, there he is. He is IF. Oh, I guess there's no number on here. I'm sure there is a number somewhere. Yeah, but it just says Iron KAGE SHISHIMARU Iron Samurai series. Normally they will have, oh, there it is, IF-EX45K is the official designation, serial number, product release, whatever they want to call it, for him. And he's, originally I was thinking maybe a manticore, but then a manticore, he's got a lion face, and manticores generally don't have bat wings. Definitely a chimera in the fact that he is a lion, bat, and scorpion-esque. He's got the little stinger tail here combination, so chimera fits a lot better than manticore would have, although manticores are lion bodies with scorpion tails. Anyway, he's got, so different from the Lyo convoy they did, does have these transparent red bat wings, a pointier tail. The helmet does not have the matrix design up here on it. It has kind of more of a spiky samurai helmet look. But all in all, and these side pieces are a little different as well. One for the clip for the wings, as well as just the basic design of that piece as well. But overall, the same basic core that Lyo Convoy had. He does not come with a full scabbard the way the other one did. He does come with two swords, a short sword and a long sword, that do have their own little individual holster type things that you can plug into here. They're really more for the hips in robot mode, but you can store them here in alt mode, although a little bit problematic to get them in there around the leg, but you can do it if you absolutely must. Come on, there we go. I'll go ahead and get this other one on just to show you. So yeah, he does come with different hands, and all of those hands, they made the hands part of the paw mechanism for the front arms. So all of the extra hands you get, he does come with these closed fists attached. I've got the open fists on there because I like to have them be able to hold their weapons if I have their weapons with them when I transform them. And he's got like kind of an angled fist, but they are all part of the paws. But the open fists still kind of work. The closed fists are probably the best for alt mode, although like I said, the open fists are working just fine. But all the other, like the open hands and things like that, you can see they stick down past the paw and aren't really great for the alt mode. But you can swap them out if you want. We'll show a couple of them off here in a minute. The transformation is the same as the previous version, although again you got to fold the wings around. But other than that, it's the exact same thing where you can just kind of lift these up, lift this panel up onto the helmet on that hinge, and open up these panels right here. Close the mouth, which will reveal the head. And you come down here and straighten out the leg, bring it all the way down, straighten out the toe, flip out the heel. Come here, you. There we go. And then you rotate the leg around at the thigh, and then the foot around at the ankle, so it faces forward. Same over here. This one, the hip joint on this one, it's not broken or loose. It hangs on just fine, but it is the swivel is very tight and likes to pop this one off the ball joint. So this leg might pop off the ball joint as I rotate it around. Hopefully it won't. I haven't managed to keep it on that time. But going the other way, this one often will pop off unless you really support it as you twist it. But yeah, so you've got that. Just kind of fold these down and out to the side. Bring the arms down, then rotate the paw around, and then just kind of fold it up to the back of the arm, which will reveal the fist. And same over here. Make sure we're in focus. They're so small, I got to zoom in, and sometimes just moving them up and forth like this is enough to throw it out of focus. And as a matter of fact, I'm reshooting this because of the first version I shot of this, almost the entire video is out of focus. So hopefully we're managing that a little better this time around. Looks okay from here. Anyway, so bring all that around, and then this helmet on its little hinge piece here comes over to the side and around under that shoulder, and then we can turn his head around. But it comes and sits over this shoulder, and then you can fold those panels around to give him his lion head shoulder armor. And then this piece right here, again on this hinge, rotates up and around over the shoulder, like that. And then you can have the wings kind of angled back. You can angle them out to the side so they're more visible here in robot mode. Kind of want to angle them back a little bit because they do tend to get in the way of the arms with the paws there. Then you can fold the tail down. You can have it just hang down like this. You can rotate it around. This is on a ball joint. So you can kind of have it if you want to tuck it away. You can kind of do that. You can pop it out of the ball joint. That was my fault. Like on the previous version, I would tuck it behind the back, but it doesn't really work that way so much on this one. You can have it like that. However, you see there he is in his black and red color scheme. He's got kind of a red scar mark along one eye over here on the helmet. Like I said, I really love the alt mode. I feel like I understand the history of doing the black and red repaint, but I do feel like some of the detail gets lost and doesn't pop quite as much as the original does. Like with the red and the blue and the gold and the white, the details pop, I think, more on the original than this. But you'll notice under the bright review lights, you can see that a lot of this is more of kind of a dark charcoal gray and black. So there are some variations in the darker parts on this. And under really bright lights, it's a little bit more dynamic. Under more standard lights, it does kind of blend a little better. Or a little, when I say better, like it looks more homogeneous than it does here. And again, you've got the same ports here. You can store the swords on the hips, although that does, again, much like the scabbard on the original, it does kind of cause the hands to, if you just leave them there, there's no real graceful way to put them there and have the arm sit at a natural angle. It just kind of, it's going to widen the stance out. So, whatever. I usually just counter that by, one, you can take these out of here. I just leave them on as like a kind of creative little guard there on the sword, and then just have him hold the swords. And then you don't have to worry about any of the pieces blocking his posability or putting him in an awkward stance. But it's up to you. But yeah, he's got a ball joint at the head. All of this stuff is on hinges and ball joints to get out of the way. He's got a ball joint shoulder. He's got a bicep swivel, dual hinged elbows. I think they're dual hinge. No, maybe it's just single hinge. No, there's a hinge down there. It's just hard to get that one moving. Swivel there at the wrist. The wrists don't pop off here. They don't swivel here because they're all one piece with this, unfortunately. But they do swivel there at the ball joint, so you're kind of moving a little bit up higher than the wrist, but whatever. He does have a waist swivel. Wings getting in the way there. Ball joint at the hips. These armor pieces can rotate out of the way. Dual hinge knees, and then a ball joint and a hinge there at the ankle, as well as hinges on the toe and the heel. So you can get them in some pretty secure, solid poses. And again, you can swap out different hands, and it's just a matter of you just pop them off right here at the ball joint and pop on the new hand. Although, like I said, the regular open, just kind of holding fists and the closed fists are the only ones that really work in alt mode. So if you wish one for display, there's a lot of dynamic options. If you're looking for, if you want one you can carry around and transform back and forth and be functional, you only got a couple options there for the fists. But yeah, like I said, it's a cool repaint. I really love, like I said, I do feel like the robot mode is just a little too, it just kind of disappears a lot of the detail under normal lighting, whereas the original pops a lot more. I really love the design of his alt mode. I love the new horns on the helmet, the bat wings, the scorpion tail, or the stinger tail, all looks really nice. I also do like the fact that, like, again, the sword doesn't have this giant scabbard that kind of makes him awkward. I could put that scabbard away, but then there's no way to store the sword. And I do like, for this dynamic, this samurai-esque looking design, I do like him having the sword. So I keep the scabbard, but, you know. But yeah, just again, and just real quick, there's a look at the different heads next to each other. One has kind of a more samurai-esque, headpiece with the matrix on it, and this one has the horns and the kind of demon-y looking face. But a really nice repaint of the Iron Factory Samurai. There is KAGE Shishimaru from Iron Factory.